This is cross product of vectors. In the previous lesson, that is work energy power, we studied about dot product of vectors, also called scalar product of vectors. Why it is called dot product means we are using a dot to indicate that product, where A bar dot B bar is given by magnitude of A, magnitude of B into cosine angle between them. Let us say this is A bar, this is B bar. This B bar can be resolved into two components as B cos theta and B sin theta. So this is theta angle between A and B, and this is B cos theta, and this is B sin theta. So based on this one, if you multiply A bar with B cos theta, that means the vectors which are acting in the same direction. So A bar into B cos theta, this is AB cos theta, we call it as A bar dot B bar. That means when we are multiplying two vectors which are acting in the same direction, we will get the dot product, and the resultant is this is A bar B or AB cos theta. We should not call it as resultant because the resultant is used only to indicate the final value while adding or subtracting two vectors. So here we call it as a product. The final product is a scalar quantity. This is a scalar quantity. But if you take the same A bar vector, this is B bar, angle between these two is theta, and one more component which is along y axis is called B sin theta, and it is found that if you multiply A bar with B sin theta, that is A bar magnitude of A into B sin theta, so the product of these two will be AB sin theta, and you are going to get a vector here, not a scalar. So two vectors acting in same direction, if they are multiplied together, we will get a scalar, and that the particular product is called dot product of vectors. But if two vectors are acting perpendicular to each other, if you are multiplying these two and you are going to get another vector, the product is always perpendicular to these two. So this is called cross product. So we denote this as A bar cross B bar, which is given by AB sin theta. So A bar cross B bar is equal to AB sin theta. The final product is not a scalar quantity, just like AB cos theta is a scalar quantity, but AB sin theta is not a scalar quantity, and this is also another vector. So I am going to multiply this with n cap, where n cap is a unit vector. N cap is a unit vector which is perpendicular to A bar as well as B bar. That means if you write this as A bar cross B bar, let us say this is C bar, the final product is also a vector. What is the direction of C bar? The direction of C bar is perpendicular to A bar as well as B bar. So that is main point that you have to remember in this case. So this is perpendicular to the first vector as well as second vector. If there are two vectors here, so let me take the same vectors. This is A bar, let us say this is B bar. Both are in x, y plane because this is x axis, this is y axis. So according to that statement, the product of these two vectors is always perpendicular to A bar and B bar. Now let me take this is the perpendicular vector which is perpendicular to both, means for this plane. So this is the only possibility. So this C bar is perpendicular to A bar and perpendicular to B bar, and we may have doubt. Suppose if this vector is acting into the board, then also this is perpendicular to A bar and B bar. So now how to find the direction of the product of two vectors in a cross product of vectors? So for this we have right hand curl rule. Right hand rule or curl rule. So what is this right hand curl rule? We know that if you multiply the force vector with displacement, we will get a work. That we studied in a dot product already. So work is the dot product of force and displacement. But it is also found that if you multiply the position vector with force, and we are going to get the torque vector. Torque means moment of force. Already I explained in the previous class, while opening the door, we need to apply moment of force on the door, not the force, moment of force. Why? Because opening is easier if the force applied is more, and the distance of the application of force from the axis of rotation is more. Now, so this is called torque. You can see here I am multiplying force with the displacement vector, I am getting work, which is a scalar quantity. Whereas in this case, I am multiplying force with this is also position vector, this is displacement vector or position vector, and that means this is distance or displacement vectors, but I am going to get a torque here. So based on the angles between these two, we may get a scalar or vector. So these two are mostly acting in same direction, and then the work will be more. But these two are perpendicular to each other, then torque will be more. So we will learn more about this in this topic. What is this right hand rule? Now, this is a vector A bar and this is a vector B bar. If I am multiplying A bar with B bar, I will get a C bar. So this is right hand rule. So take your right hand like this. This is the palm of your right hand. Keep this palm in the direction of the first vector. So here I am multiplying A bar with B bar. So your palm should be in the direction of action of the first vector A bar. Now you see these two vectors, A bar is acting like this. So I am keeping the palm like this. This is A bar and B bar is acting upwards. So you keep your palm like this only, and you are multiplying A with B. So you are multiplying A bar with B bar in this direction. So keep your palm like this, bend your fingers in the direction of the multiplication. So if you bend your fingers like this, curl your fingers like this, that means this finger should indicate the direction of the B bar here. So this is B bar, this is A and this is B. And if you keep your thumb perpendicular to your palm, so C bar is the direction of the thumb. So here this is A bar, this is B bar, and this will be the C bar vector. So how to represent C bar vector here? Because I cannot draw a line perpendicular to this board, even if I draw a line it is not visible. So what I am going to write, I am going to keep a circle here and I am indicating this dot. This dot indicates that the third vector is perpendicular to this board but pointing towards us. So this is outwards, C bar is outwards. For this we are going to use a circle with a dot at the center. So now I think you got some idea. Your palm will give the first vector, the palm in right hand rule, palm will indicate the first vector in general A bar, and curled fingers, direction of the curled fingers. So my fingers are curled like this. So this is the direction of B vector. Curled fingers will give the direction of the second vector, and the thumb will give the direction of the product of A bar and B bar. So how to write right hand curl rule? If you keep your right palm, don't use the left palm. Otherwise, let us say instead of right hand, if you use left hand here, so this is the first vector, second vector, but C bar will be into the board. That's why this is known as right hand palm rule or right hand rule. You stretch your right hand, stretch your right palm such that palm indicates the direction of first vector, this is A bar in this case. Curled fingers are kept in the direction of second vector, that is B bar in this case. Then The thumb indicates the product of A bar cross B bar, that is C bar in this case. Now, in the same case, let me take this is A bar first vector and B bar is acting like this. So, I am multiplying A with B. So, this is A bar, you can keep palm like this, and but here this B vector is downwards, we cannot bend our fingers downwards like this. We can bend our fingers upwards easily, but we cannot bend our fingers downwards easily. That's why you can change your hand like this, keep your palm like this only. So, in the direction of the first vector, now you are multiplying A with B bar. So, you are multiplying A with B bar here. So, this is the first vector and the finger should be curled such that these fingers will give the direction of the second vector. And what is the direction of C here? Here thumb is not in this direction, thumb is inside. So, what I am going to write? The product of these two, this is the product of A bar and B bar, which is in the direction of into the board. So, this is C bar is inwards. So, the direction of C bar is inwards here. So, this is how you can use this right hand rule to find the direction of the third vector obtained by multiplying A bar and B bar. So, to find this direction, we need this right hand rule. If the angle between A bar and B bar is given as theta, as you know that we need to find a component which is perpendicular to A bar. Why? Because to apply this one, this is A bar and B bar should be in the direction of this one. Here this is the C bar direction. So, this magnitude is B sin theta. So, we can write A bar cross B bar is given by the magnitude of first vector A, the magnitude of second vector which is perpendicular to A bar, which is equal to B sin theta. So, what is the product of this one? This will be AB sin theta n cap. So, what is this n cap here? N cap is a unit vector whose magnitude is equal to 1 only, but what is its direction for this diagram? So, this is A bar, this is B bar, C is along this direction. So, this is along x axis, this is along y axis, and C vector will be along z axis. So, n cap may be this will become k cap in this case. Why? Because k cap is a unit vector along z axis. Suppose if A bar is like this, B bar is like this, C bar will be upwards or downwards, then it may be j cap, or the product may be along x axis. When the vectors are A and B are along y and z axis, and the third vector or the product may be in the along x axis. So, this n cap may be I cap, j cap, k cap, but for this diagram here n cap is equal to k cap and its magnitude is 1. So, if you are multiplying a quantity with 1, you will get same value, but if you are multiplying with the unit vector, so that means this will become a vector. Example for this dot cross product is given by, if you multiply the position vector with the force vector, you will get a torque vector. So, position vector, force vector is equal to torque vector. We are going to use this notation so many times in this lesson while finding the direction of angular velocity, direction of angular acceleration, direction of torque, direction of angular momentum. So, these are all different values. So, now you can write R bar cross P bar is equal to, this is a L bar. So, this is a position vector, this is a linear momentum. If you multiply these two vectors, you are going to get angular momentum. So, these are some of the examples. We will learn about this torque and angular momentum in detail in this lesson. Some books, this right hand rule is also given as right hand screw rule. So, what is that screw rule? We know this screw, this is a screw with threads on this surface, and this is the head of this screw. Now, by using a screwdriver, if you rotate this one, let us say this is the board. If you rotate this head, then the tip of the screw enters into this board in this direction. Now, let me take the same diagram here. So, this is the board and this is the head of the screw, and the tip is not visible to us because it is into the board. Now, if you rotate the head of the screw in this direction here, if you rotate this in this direction, the tip will enter into the board. So, this is the board. So, let me show the tip here, which is not visible from this side, but tip will enter into the board in this direction. So, this is entering into the board. So, I am going to denote this with into. So, these two are similar rules only. Now, here see this one. When I am multiplying a vector A with B, the product will be into this one. So, here I am rotating this head in this direction. So, you keep your right hand like this. This is the palm, first vector. Let us say second vector is in this direction. So, I am curling my fingers, bending my fingers in the direction of rotation of the head of the screw in this direction. Then the tip will go or enter into the board in this direction, that is C bar. So, here this is vector A, this is vector B. When you are multiplying A with B, this is vector A, this is vector B. When you are multiplying A with B, this is the first vector, let us say this is second vector. So, when I am keeping my hand like this, A vector, that is first vector, my palm is kept in this direction, and B vector is like this, then C vector will be into the board. So, this is how you can write a right hand rule as a right hand screw rule. Similarly, if you rotate the head in the opposite direction, if you keep the screwdriver here, if you are rotating in the, this is clockwise, let us say we are rotating this anti-clockwise direction, then tip will come out. So, direction of the tip is always gives the direction of C vector. So, now when you are rotating this one in the opposite direction, so instead of this one, I am going to show like this. This is the first vector, this is the second vector. When I am rotating like this, B vector is the first vector here, A vector is second vector, and C vector will be in this direction. So, then this C vector will be outwards. Based on these examples, what we can say, if you multiply A with B, that is A with B, the product will be C bar into the board. If you multiply B with A, the product is C bar only magnitude, but its direction is opposite. So, what we can write, A bar cross B bar is equal to C bar in one direction, in this case that is A with B into the board. But what is B bar cross A bar? This is also C bar only, but opposite to this vector. So, I have to keep a minus here. So, that means when you are multiplying A with B, you will get to C. If you are multiplying B with A, you will get to minus C. That means the magnitude of the product will not change, but its direction will change. So, what we can write, A bar cross B bar is equal to B bar cross A bar. This is wrong. A bar cross B bar is not equal to B bar cross A bar. Why? Because A bar cross B bar is a C bar in one direction, B bar cross A bar is a C bar in the opposite direction. So, these magnitudes are equal, but their directions are not equal here. Similarly, if you want to write A bar cross B bar magnitude is equal to B bar cross A bar magnitude. Magnitude wise this is okay, but direction wise these are different. So, but what we can write, A bar cross B bar is equal minus of B bar cross A bar. Why? Because this is C bar, this will be C bar, this is minus of minus C bar, which is equal to C bar. That means in dot product, what we did, we wrote A bar dot B bar is equal to B bar dot A bar. So, it obeys commutative law. The dot product obeys commutative law, whereas cross product does not obey commutative law. That is the final conclusion here, as A bar cross B bar is not equal to B bar cross A bar, what we can write? Cross product does not obey commutative law. But what about the distributive law? So what is this distributive law? So A bar cross B bar plus C bar is equal to, if we distribute this one, this will become A bar cross B bar plus A bar cross C bar. This is okay, that is useful or obeys in this one. That means cross product does not obey commutative law but obey distributive law. Next, you might have studied about magnetic field lines due to a magnet. When a magnet is placed here, north pole like this, south pole like this, so you can draw magnetic lines in this direction. So this is a magnet, and these are the magnetic field lines which are starting from north pole and moving outwards from a magnet. Now, if you see, these are the magnetic lines in this plane, but lines will come like this also, they will travel in the space. Now, here if you keep some area here, a small plate which is having some area, so we can count the number of lines passing through this one. The number of lines passing through unit area is called magnetic flux. So magnetic flux is number of magnetic lines passing through unit area. This number of magnetic lines is known as magnetic flux, and we are going to learn this in second PUC, which is equal to B bar dot A bar. This is the magnetic flux symbol phi. This is a magnetic field strength. This is area vector. So till 10th class, what we have studied, area means we never studied this area as a vector. Actually speaking, area is a vector. How area can be a vector? Let me find how area can be a vector. So this is a parallelogram of length A, and one of the side, other side is B bar, but the angle between these two is theta. So now complete the parallelogram like this. This is a parallelogram, and we know that this is also B bar, this is also A bar. How to find the area of this one? To find the area, what I am going to write? I am going to resolve this B in this direction. This is B cos theta, this is B sin theta. Now, if you see this one, the area of this one is exactly equal to area of this one. That means the area of this parallelogram, that is PQRS, is also equal to, this is LM. That is area of PQRS is nothing but area of LMRS. Why? Because area of this triangle and this triangle is same. Now, how to find the area of this LMRS rectangle? To find this one, we need length into height. So what is the length of this one? As it is, this is A, and from here to here also this is A, because it is clear this is A. This is the length and this is the width. So what I am going to write? Area is equal to length into breadth. What is length here? This is RS, which is equal to A bar. Similarly, what is breadth here? Breadth is nothing but this vector. This is B bar and this is B sin theta. So I am writing B bar sin theta. You can see this one. This is nothing but magnitude of first vector, magnitude of second vector into sin theta. This is nothing but A cross B is equal to AB sin theta. So this will be AB sin theta. But what is this? This is the area. In scalar form, A is equal to AB sin theta. But in vector form, this will become AB sin theta into n cap. What is this n cap value? Let me say, check. I am multiplying A. Actually, this is nothing but A bar cross B bar only. If you multiply this A bar vector, the first vector that you are showing here, this is A bar, this is B bar. If you multiply A, this is the palm, with B, if you curl fingers like this, then you will get C bar. You may have doubt, sir, you are not multiplying with B, you are multiplying with B sin theta. Yes, correct. This is A and these fingers, curled fingers are upwards in the direction of B sin theta. So I am multiplying these two vectors, this into this. So A cross B, what is the direction of this one? This is the direction. This is a C bar which is outwards. So this A bar, capital A bar, area vector is outwards here. Outwards means this is in the direction of Z axis. So I can write A bar is equal AB sin theta is the magnitude into K cap. Why? Because it is acting along Z axis, that is perpendicular to A bar and B bar, that is along, not along x axis, neither along y axis, it is perpendicular both x and y. So this is the direction of this area vector. So this is how we can say that area is a vector which is having magnitude as well as direction. So this is the best example for cross product. If you take one cylinder here, cylinder area, so just now we found that area is a vector, this is the area vector, this is the height. So let us say this is also another vector. So what is the volume of this cylinder? Volume V is given by area vector into height vector. But the area vector is acting along this direction. Let us say this is along y axis and the height vector is also along y axis. Both vectors are acting in same direction. If two vectors are multiplying acting in the same direction, then we will get a scalar. So this will become AH cos theta, where theta is equal to 0. Cos 0 will be 1. So volume will become area into height. This is the magnitude of volume. But remember students, volume is not a vector, volume is a scalar. Area is a vector, whereas area is a vector quantity. In case of unit vectors, we know these I cap, j cap, k cap are unit vectors. So let me take this as I cap, and along y axis let me take it as a j cap, and this will be k cap. We know that angle between I and j is 90, angle between j and k is 90, angle between I and k is also, this is 90, this is 90, this is 90 degrees. Now, in case of unit vectors, if you are multiplying I cap with I cap, according to this, A bar cross B bar is equal to AB sin theta n cap. So this is magnitude of first vector is 1, magnitude of second vector is also 1, and angle between I and I is 0. So this is sin 0. So this is 1 into 1, 1 into 0, 0. So if you multiply two similar vectors, unit vectors, that is I with I, you will be getting 0. Similarly, same thing, j cap dot j cap is also 0. K cap cross k cap is also 0. That means if you multiply I with I, as the angle between these two is 0, sin 0 is 0, 0. Now, the next one, if you multiply I with j, what you are going to get? So, I cap cross j cap is equal magnitude of I, that is 1, magnitude of j, that is 1, and angle between I and j is 90. So this is 1 into 1, 1 into 90 sin 91. So this will be 1. But what is its direction? Once again, right hand rule. Palm is in first vector I, and the curled finger should be in the direction of second vector j, and the thumb will be along k cap. So this 1 is nothing but a unit vector along z axis. So I can write this as k cap. So I cross j is equal to k. Similarly, j cross k is equal to, this is magnitude of j1, magnitude of k is also 1, and sin 90, 90. Once again 1 into sin 91 will be 1. But j cross k. So first you keep your palm in the direction of j and k is in this direction. So this is j like this and the thumb is in the direction of x-axis, that is in the direction of I cap. So this will become I cap. Similarly, k cross I is also equal to 1 into sin 90. By using the same thing, you will get to this will be in the direction of j cap. But we know that I cross j is k, but j cross I will be minus k. By using that concept, we know that a bar cross b bar is equal to c bar, but b bar cross a bar is equal to minus c bar. Based on this one, what we are going to write this here, j cap cross I cap is equal, first j in the direction, so first we need to keep our palm in the direction of j, then I, and this product will be into the board. So away from the board is positive z axis, into the board will be negative z axis, unit vector in the direction of negative z axis will be minus k. So this will become minus k. So this j cross k, this k cross j is equal minus I cap, and this will be I cross k is equal to minus j cap. If we want to multiply two vectors, let me take the best example, that position vector r bar is equal 2I cap plus 3j cap minus 7k cap. Similarly, force vector is equal to 3I cap plus 6j cap plus 10k cap. So if you want to multiply these two, that is cross product of this one, find the cross product of r bar and f bar. So when you are multiplying these two, what we have to write, r bar cross f bar is equal, you have to multiply 2I with this. Similarly, 3I with 3I, this and this, minus 7k with this and this. But we know that if you multiply with I and I, you will get 0 only. That means if you multiply 2 3s are here, 2 into 3, I into I cap cross I cap, then 2 into 6. So directly I am going to write 2 3s are 6 here, 2 3s are 6, I cross I, and 2 6 are 12, this is 12, I cross j, so this will be I cross j plus 2 10s are 20, I cross k, So this is first one. Second one, now I am going to multiply with 3 with this one. 3 3s are, this will be 9, so this will be 9, j cross I, so this will be j cross I plus, next one, 3 6 are 12, 3 10s are 30, but what are these unit vectors? J cross j, this one, j cross j, this is j cross k. Now third one, as it is negative, so I am writing 7 3s are minus 21, minus 7 into 6, minus 42, minus 7 into 10, minus 17. So what are the product of these? This is k cross I, this is k cross j, k cross k. So this is how you can find the product of this one. Here what I am going to write, we know that I cross I is 0, j cross j is 0, k cross k is also 0. So here I have I cross I, this is 0. Here I have j cross j, which is equal to 0. Here I have k cross k, which is equal to 0. So 6 into 0 will become, this will become 0, this will become 0, this will become 0. Now, we know that I cross j is equal to k cap, j cross I is equal to minus k cap, but there is a confusion here. So what I am going to do, I am going to use a circle here. This is I, j, k. If I multiply I with j, I will get k. j with k I will get I, and k with I will get j. So in clockwise direction, the product is positive. But in anti-clockwise direction, if I am multiplying I with j, I will get k. I cross j is equal to k, positive only. J cross k is equal to I, positive only. K cross I is equal to j, positive only. But reverse of this one, j cross I will be minus k, I cross k will be minus j, and k cross j will be minus I. So anti-clockwise multiplication will be negative. Now by using this circle, I can write the values correctly. So now what I am going to write, r bar cross f bar is equal to, now you see this one. What is this magnitude here? Magnitude of this one is 12. So I am going to write 12 here, 12. But what is this I cross j? So this is I cross j will be k cap. This will be k cap. Then plus 20, plus 20. What is this I cross k? I cross k will become minus j. As it is in anti-clockwise direction, this will be negative. So minus j cap. Then this is 9, this is plus 9. But what is this j cross I? This is j, this is I. J cross I, anti-clock, negative, minus k. So I am going to write minus k cap. Then this is a 30. J cross k. J cross k. Blue color, clockwise direction. Result will be plus I. So this will become plus I. Then after this 30 we have this minus 21 and minus 42. So what is this k cross I? K cross I. This is in clockwise direction. K cross I is plus j. So this is plus j. And next one will be 42. K cross j. K cross j, anti-clock, minus I. So this will become minus I cap. So this is how you will get to r bar cross f bar. Now simplify this one. R bar cross f bar is called a torque vector tau bar. Here I have k cap, this is minus k cap. 12 minus 9 will be 3k cap. 3k cap. Now I vectors, j vectors, minus 20j, this is minus 21. So minus 42, minus 42 j cap. And I cap vectors is minus 42 plus 10, so minus 12 I cap. So the final expression, final value or final torque will be minus 12 I cap, minus 42 j cap plus 3 k cap. This is how you can find this value. But you see students, this is a very lengthy process. Now I am going to solve this problem in a easier way, easier method by taking the help of determinants here. Here what I am going to write? I am going to write the first vector I cap, j cap, k cap. And what is the first vector? R bar. R bar is only the coefficient 2, 3, minus 7, 3, 6 plus 10. So this is f bar. So this torque vector is r bar cross f bar, which is given by, you first take the I cap here, close that row, close that column. So these two you have to close. The remaining terms 3 minus 7, 6, 10 visible to us. So now you cross multiply the other numbers here, 3 tens. So I am going to write I here because I am closing this I row. In the remaining terms multiply 3 tens are 30 minus 6 sevens are minus 42. Already minus one more minus here, minus 42. So these are the determinants you are going to learn in the second PUC. But here the formula is, this is A, B, C, D. This will be AD minus BC. these terms, multiply these two corners, minus multiply these two corners. So, A is 3 into 10 minus B is minus 7 into 6. So, 30 minus of minus plus 42. So, this will become 72i gone. This is 72i cap. Here you see minus of minus plus. So, this will become minus of minus plus 72i cap. Next one, now you close this j row, j column. So, now you close this one and this one. You have 2, 10, 3 minus 7. So, minus j cap you have to write because this will go this side. So, this 2 and 3 will come here. So, if you close this one, minus 7 into 3, 10 into 2, or you can write 2 10s are 20 minus 3 7s 20 minus 21 minus of minus plus 21. Then k cap, close this one and this one, you are left with 2 3s 3 6. So, 2 3s are 12 minus 9. So, this is 12 minus 9. So, the final expression is 72i cap minus 41j cap plus 3k cap. So, this is 41 we are getting. Let me check it. When you are closing 2021. This is 20 minus j, 21 minus j will be 41j. So, this is. So, you can see here it is a lengthy process and you may make mistakes here. But here this is the easiest method and this is the torque equation.